Guys, it's JMac, and we have been celebrating Black Business Month all August. We're wrapping things up, but not before we talk to one of our great partners over at McDonald's. We have Jordan Moss, who is a part of the Black McDonald's Operators Association of Houston. But before we begin, Jordan, explain what the BMOA is, and for those who might not be aware.
Yes, sir. Good morning to you, J Mac. Good morning, Houston, and all the viewers around. My name is Jordan Moss. I'm a local McDonald's owner operator, and I'm also a proud member of the BMOA. The BMOA stands for Black McDonald's Owners Association. We are a diversity group within McDonald's Corporation of owner operators together who move for our community, our customers, and our people for a better image, a better cause, and togetherness.
Okay. Now
Yes, sir.
tell us, for the people who don't know, I know your whole story, but tell everybody, how did you get started with McDonald's?
Yes, sir. So I actually grew up in McDonald's. So my father's been an owner operator for over 35 years. I actually started at McDonald's when I was 14 years old. That was working inside the home with my father, doing things, packaging Beanie Babies, breaking down Happy Meal boxes, anything that I could do to try to get used to the business or start learning some of the terminology with the business. Not so much on the number side, but more on the production side, what it meant to actually be an employee for McDonald's. Starting at 15, after doing crew maintenance, management, and most of it was pre-management courses because I was so young at that time. I then went to Southern University, go Jags. And after coming home with my bachelor's in marketing, I decided to pursue the next gen opportunity. And that's actually stood for next generation of owner operators. I was blessed with that opportunity because McDonald's trusts a next gen candidate with the experience that they've already displayed. There's no difference between me and a registered applicant, except they would assume I've already had some of that knowledge or some of that experience working in my father or the family business longer than somebody else who would come off the street or from another corporation with the same, intellect, same skills, and probably the same amount of finances. But collectively, that was the opportunity that I had.
Okay, now I want you to take it back a little bit. I understand the technical part about that, but tell me, what was it like growing up in that house and going to school and your parents owning a McDonald's? Did every kid want some free McDonald's?
It is exactly what you just said. All of my friends, friends, or friends, family members, even teachers, coaches, you name it, if they knew who I was, there was some form or fashion of, is the food real?
Right.
Can I get some coupons? Do you have a fry station at home? What can I do to get, free Happy Meals for this person? Or, what are some of the incentives that you have going on? It was pretty crazy. And I can't lie to you, J-Mac. There were a lot of times during school and having to correct some of my peers and some of my teachers with some of the ideas that they believed, what it was like, growing up in a household or growing up in a family who did own a franchise or participated in a franchise.
Okay, I want to say this. Was there pressure to be a McDonald's operator? Because when you're a kid, you got sports, you got other things that you could have done. What made you want to keep the family brain going?
To be honest, I believe that was seeing how my father moved. I did once upon a time, like most men out there, I did want to play sports and be in the NFL for a living. That was, my dream to say, hey, this is what I wanted to do. There was no sob story, no injuries or anything like that. I think further as I started to mature and get down and get closer to college, I really made a decision to see how my father provided for his family and was able to provide an opportunity for generational wealth. So I definitely wanted to maximize that opportunity before it went away. You
Right.
know, you're not going to be young forever. You're not going to have that opportunity forever. So I did not want to tell my father, oh, hey man, that's, I'm not interested. And he goes, hey brother, congratulations, I stand behind you, but this boat has sailed and good luck to you. You know.
Okay, now that you're at McDonald's, take us through a typical franchise. Now, tell me what time you went away to the end of the day, what you do.
That is a good question, and I answer that question a lot, Jay, and I can't lie to you. I'm actually, as we're having this meeting right now, I have my phone up with the store cameras looking at it, because there's never this is a 24-hour job. There's never a set schedule for you. You could be sleep, the liability that you have and the responsibility that you have. I could be sleep at 11 o'clock at night. I could be sleeping at 8 o'clock at night. I could be at dinner, at 6 p.m. out somewhere, and I have to drop everything that I'm doing if duty calls. You try to have people and procedures in place so that you don't have to physically be there. That's the portion, the good part of being the franchisee, that you don't have to physically be there. However, there are times where your eyes have to be, there 24/7. Your presence has to be there 24/7. For the most part, I wake up, coffee, water, check the cameras immediately. So I'm already kind of prepared before I walk into the door. I'm already looking for things. There's not so much a routine. I'm a little proactive. So I'm looking for problems when I get there. I'm not looking to go, hey, good morning, everybody's here. Fries are being sold. Okay, good deal. And I'm out the door. I'm looking, hey, are there ceiling tiles coming down? Are there lights out? Is there machines not working? Are we out of product? Are your people calling in for later on today? I'm thinking about moving ahead so you can address that issue before it happens.
Speaking of that, how do you keep your employees motivated?
Keeping our employees motivated is definitely by incentives, but also by having your presence in the store. I say that, Jay, because I have so many conversations with so many employees. Some of them might be 10 years younger than me. Some of them might be 10 years older than me. And, it motivates them to see you in the store, somebody of authority, somebody in that position. It gives them hope, especially in some of the areas that we operate in. It gives them hope, and you're there to train them, to show them by example. This, you can progress. I don't expect you to be here forever. Ask me those questions, learn something from me here, learn something from the other managers here, but trying to answer that, directly, employee retention would definitely be something, and keeping a non-hostile environment, celebrating birthdays, incentives, making sure your people are aware that you care and you're not just there, looking for a body in place. You're not, I don't value them as robots. I will turn a customer away for the respect of my crew people, and I will demonstrate that, I value them more than the money.
Okay, and that's a great thing. I said that because I noticed that y'all keep a lot of the same employees. And in today's age, when people are making minimum wage, I feel like that is hard to do. So I was just wondering, how did y'all do that? Now, the second thing I have, what is the best thing about owning a franchise? And the second part question, what is the worst thing about owning a franchise?
I would say the best thing, and it's so funny, a lot of people ask me that, and a lot of people would assume, oh, it's the money. No, they have to understand that the best part of it, at least in my opinion, the best part of owning the franchise is your time, because if you have those policies and practices in place, you physically do not have to be there for your business to run. Now, that is the best part to me. More time with family. I can work and be with the family. I can work and eat dinner. I can work and go enjoy myself. Those things can be managed as I go. I love being there in the store, but the best part is my time. That means more than the money. Nobody can call you JMac and say, JMac, brother man, you are late for work. You need to get up here right now because there's something you
Right.
haven't done when you are you're steering the boat. You're in control. Um, one of the, I would say one of my pet peeves or the worst things about being a franchisee or even an entrepreneur is all of the responsibility and liability is on you. So I've worked before McDonald's. Um, my task was, hey, I'm here between 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Once I'm gone, my job is complete. I put a smile on my boss's face. I'm out the door. I go home, go to sleep. But as an entrepreneur or franchisee, when you leave, there is still a due diligence and liability on you that at any point in time, slip, trips, falls, emergency situation, a robbery or anything of that nature, that is all on you. And as you are going throughout the day, that is something ticking on your mind 24/7, 24/7. Please make sure they're doing it right. Please make sure they've done this. I hope this doesn't happen. I hope that doesn't happen. So that's probably the worst part for me.
Does happen, how do you handle it? Like, hey, it's a big mess going down. One of the managers, they forgot to schedule enough people. It's only 3 people. We got 100 cars outside the building right now. The fry machine is down. Tell me how you would handle that. What do you tell the manager who is calling you right now? Jordan, I got a problem. The fry machine is broke right now. I got 100 cars outside. I got 3 employees. I'm calling you now, right now. What do you tell me?
JMac, I'm on the way. I'm on the way. That's number one. I'm on the way. As I'm on the way, as I'm headed there, I'm already calling an emergency team or a company to come diagnose and work on that fry machine. In between there, I say, hey, if the fry machine's not working, here's what we are going to do, to go around your regular routine. In between there, I have people, I really call them my A team. So I say, hey, man, I've got people. I go, hey, you know what? Let's say, for instance, Chris isn't there, but JMac is one of my guys. He's off today, but let me call him right now. He never lets me down. I call him, JMac, we are short. I need you right now. Man, Mr. Moss or Mr. Jordan, because some of them, call me by my first name. I'm okay. I'd always, Mr. Jordan, I'm on the way, brother. Say no more. I'm on the way. I know you're going to pay me. I know you're going to take care of me. I'm on the way. Those are my 18. I go, hey, man, they tell me, call me. Please let somebody don't come to work today because I'm gonna wait on your call, Mr. Jordan. I'm going to go, okay, remember that now. I'm going to take care of you. You take care of me. And that's the respect we have for each other. And, when other people see that, you start getting more 18 players on your roster.
Right. Now, a lot of people, we might went over their head, but can you explain to the people what a franchise is for the people who might not know?
Yeah, so a franchise is most of the time is a corporate company who opens several locations, and the franchise is allowing you to run their business under your name and your operations. So, for example, McDonald's is a global brand. I am a owner operator. However, my McDonald's, I own everything in there, everything. It's all the responsibilities on me. I own all the equipment, all the decor, all the interior, the parking lot spaces, everything. However, I do not own the name McDonald's.
Okay.
I own all the product. I own all of everything inside of there. The franchise is allowing me to run Jordan Moss operations to sell McDonald's product. That's the franchise, because there's so many locations. They have franchised them out to other people because McDonald's could not handle that capacity of stores without other entrepreneurs to implement their ideas and their operations to push for more guest counts and sales in their company.
Okay, what do you say to the person who is seeing this right now and they're like, you know what? I always wanted to own a McDonald's franchise, but I don't know where to start.
I would tell you to start. This is an honest thing. This is an honest thing. I would tell you to start as a crew person, because I'm glad McDonald's did it this way, because without this, you will be completely clueless and taken advantage of without knowing how to make the hamburger, where the hamburger comes from, how to take an order, how to push an order out the window, how to make the drinks, how to filter your machines, how to mop, sweep, clean your restrooms, maintain your ACs, all that good stuff. Because without that, other vendors and the people who work for you and the people that you are trying to implement sales for will take advantage of you, or might not even approve you because you don't demonstrate the experience or the knowledge to make it to the approval status. And I say that, and one thing, JMac, and I must say, if the people watching, if you've ever noticed, you don't see a lot of athletes, you don't see a lot of movie stars, billionaires going, hey, man, I'm going to take my money and open up a McDonald's. McDonald's will say, we don't care about your money. We need you to know, brother. We need you to understand and demonstrate that you know the business. And that's why you predominantly don't see, a lot of, people with, X amount of dollars just saying, hey, I'm just going to buy the restaurant and run it myself. McDonald's will say, not going to happen.
I noticed you and the BMOA do a lot of community work. How do y'all decide y'all community work and what y'all gonna do in the community? I was curious about that.
Yeah, so the BMOA, we actually have a meeting every second Tuesday of the month, collectively together. We all meet together and we decide, and this is months in advance. And, this is with 97.9, and we try to collectively group with other, teams to decide on what we're going to do. If people are getting ready for school, we say, you know what, let's all come together and, say Jordan Moss, I have 2 stores. Hey, I'm going to do $1,000 for each one of my stores. And the next Black operator, you're going to do $1,000 for each one of your stores. We're going to partner with Walmart. We're going to buy these backpacks and all these school supplies. We're going to meet at, one of our restaurants. We're going to get to JMac on the radio, let all the kids know, here's the location for the McDonald's. Come get your backpack and your supplies for school. Or if it's Thanksgiving, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it with turkeys. If it's Christmas, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it with toys. We try to, implement necessities that people need, including jobs. We say, hey, we're going to partner with the mayor and let's get these kids employed, right now on the spot, and we collectively come up with those ideas. And we use, our marketing partners too. Hey, what is needed? What can we do? Let's get it done.
Well, it's Black Business Month, and we celebrating not only a friend, but a great person who does a lot in the community, Jordan Moss. Tell them the locations that you have personally.
Yes, sir. So my 2 locations are 10415 Bissonnette, Houston, Texas, 77099. For the people who are familiar with Houston, I'm on the corner of Bissonnette and the Beltway, and we are standing strong. Now, my other location is a Walmart location that is located on 11210 West Airport. That's in Stafford, Texas, 77477. That is located inside the supercenter of that Walmart. And I am open at Bissonnette 24 hours a day. As long as Walmart's doors are open, my McDonald's will be open inside of that Walmart.
Well, thank you so much, Jordan Moss. Black History Month, celebrating Black business. Thank you so much. And thank you and McDonald's for all y'all do in the community.
Yes, sir. JMac, you're a dear friend, brother. I appreciate you having me today. Sincerely. Thank everybody for listening. And thank you, 97.9.